Okay, this is how you run the clock at South Suburban Ice Arena and Family Sports Center. To set the clock for a game, you'll want to switch the toggle switch on and off in the back. When it comes back on, you'll look at the LCD panel. We'll ask you to resume the game, and you'll press no or clear. It will then ask you to enter the code. The game code, the code for the game time is 062, and then enter. And then it will ask you to accept the 1/10-second timing, and you'll press enter. And you will now see the time that is set on your LCD panel and also on the scoreboard. So to start with your warm-up time, if we want to set it to a 5-minute warm-up, we will press the set main clock. On the second line of the LCD panel, we'll show 20 minutes, and we want to change that to 5. So we'll press 5000 and enter. And when you press enter, it will now put it up on the scoreboard. And you'll now see 5 minutes appear on the scoreboard. To start the clock, you can either press the start button on here and then press stop on here. You can also use the remote to start and stop the clock. So when you press the start on here, it will run the clock on the scoreboard, and then you can also stop from here. When the clock hits 0, the buzzer will automatically sound, and then you want to set your game time. You can ask the ref the time for your game, whether it's 12, 14, 16 minutes, whether it's run time or stop clock. To set a penalty, we'll want to press the player penalty button for either the guest or the home team. So we're going to set it for the guest team. We'll press player penalty, and on the bottom line of the LCD display, it'll say 1 PL and then PN. We'll press enter to accept that yes, it is the first player. And then the penalty minutes, we'll press enter, and 2 minutes will automatically appear. If that is the correct time for the penalty, we'll just press enter, and enter will now put it up on the scoreboard. Once you start the time, both of the clocks for the penalty and the main clock will begin to run. If the other team has scored and now we need to take this penalty off, we'll go ahead and we'll advance the score for the home team, and that will appear up on the board. And now we want to erase the penalty for the guest. So we'll go ahead and press player penalty. On the bottom line of the LCD panel, you'll see it says 2 PL because it thinks you are now going to enter the second penalty. We want to erase the first penalty, so we're going to use our arrow keys on the panel and press up arrow keys until we see 1 PL, and it shows you the time. And that is the time that we want to erase. So we'll just press clear on our panel, and once we press clear and enter it, it will now enter it up on the scoreboard, and you have now cleared the penalty. If you need to add a third or fourth penalty, and it's going to be a 4-minute penalty, you'll have to put in the 4-minute time. So when I press player penalty, it'll show me 3 PL, and when I press enter and enter again, it will show me the 2-minute default, and I want to change that to 4. So I'll press 400, and then I'll enter it. And because this is a third penalty, it will not appear on the board until one of the other penalties is erased. If you accidentally start the clock and you need to correct the time and add more time on, you'll stop it, and then you'll press set main clock, and you'll put the time that you need to put back in there. And enter, and now we're back at 20 seconds, and you've corrected the clock. To advance the scoring, you'll have a score that says +1 for both the home and the guest. So if I just press the +1, you'll see it will advance the score. If I realized that I advanced the score for the wrong team and I want to correct that, what I will need to do is I will need to press the score button next to it. It has a score and a dot on it. And basically when you press that, that means you're putting the focus on the score that you want to correct. So I'll press the score button, I'll press 2 and enter, and once I press enter, it has now corrected the score to 2 for the home team, and now I'm going to press the +1 for scoring for the guest team.